Dang it. What's up, MSFers? It's Monday. And we had a really good weekend, a really good week in Marvel Strike Force, where nothing really went wrong. There were very little broken things or glitches or any mistakes that came out, and Scopely fixed a bunch of stuff, and they made some changes that no one had a problem with. I literally found absolutely no one that had a serious problem with the changes to the raid store. And so much so that Feedback Friday was like a bunch of people just kind of sitting around twiddling their thumbs because we didn't have anything to bitch about. And yet, almost all weekend long, there were 0 viewers watching Marvel Strike Force on Twitch. Lack of streamers? I don't know. Lack of interest in the game? Is it because people only love to hate Marvel Strike Force? Is that what we have been reduced to here in MSF land? I don't know. So we can talk about that. We can play some Marvel Strike Force, and I've got a Defense Up recording coming from... Oh, who the hell am I doing today? That's right. We're going from... Oh, Marky Mark. That's right. Marky Mark sent in their picks just in time so that we can go over their Crucible defense, and we'll do that. But there's a bunch of envoys who will not be showing up because they are on a call. You can see I am not on a call. No, I'm still an envoy. I don't want to waste my time when I don't have to. And I want to stream today. I don't want to be talking to developers and bitching and complaining about things that aren't going to change. No way. I want to be hanging out with you guys. All right, what's up, Kamikazu? What's up, Rella? What's up, Ruvar? What's up, Midnight? What's up, Kevin Sanity? What's up, Anti-Valor? What's up, Free-to-Play Frog? What's up, Casey Wimey? What's up, Saney? What's up, One Pride? What's up, Unspeakable? What's up, Bag124420? What's up, Anti-Valor? What's up, Hydrus? What's up, DJ Donk? How's everybody doing today? That's right. All right. Generic teddy bear should be a Care Bear. Hey man, that's just what, oh, you're talking about the Care Bear there behind me? You notice he's only got 1 foot and a mutated arm? That's what happens when you let AI build things for you. Nothing's anatomically correct. It takes you about 5 tries to get a human being that looks like they could actually have been born correctly without surgery. Yeah, it's just how it goes, man. That's the best I can do, though. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Thank you for that follow. Appreciate that very much. Love it when people hit the follow button and then jump into chat and at least say hello. I like to see people come in here and hang out, and you guys are always welcome to talk to me and chat with me. That's the whole idea of Twitch, is that it's interactive television, man. What's my alliance? I'm in the Council of Doom, jovially known as the Council of Streamers, because there's, God, half the alliance has to be streaming. Not this weekend, though. Hell, nobody was streaming. Jay, thank you so much for cheering those bits. I appreciate that. That's amazing, man. You don't have to do that. I'm glad you did. So I have not unlocked the teddy bear yet. Speaking of teddy bears, I have not unlocked Panda Pool. I see no reason to buy offers for Panda Pool. Dakin, Old Man Logan is obviously the legendary unlock. So I don't see any reason to buy offers for them. Heard you got a new temp alliance mate? Hell if I know, did we? I don't know. Let's go see who's in my alliance real fast. Did we? I don't even know who's in my alliance anymore. Let's see. Elmott's our resident Kraken. Free to play with your mum. Juicy, Zero Cool Gamer, Tom Solo, Comrade Red, King Friday, One Pride, Valley Flying, King Wrestling, Tower of Darkness, Tony Skangili there, me, Doolam, Herb, Bendable Straws, Eddie Dai, Emma Frost, Jumander, Spidey, Leroy Jenkins, Commander 2. This must be our temporary commander in there, I don't know. And then MVP Mage and Anti-Valor. Saini is piloting Comrade right now? Okay. What's Comrade doing? Not streaming Marvel Strike Force. What's up, Walt Millsy? How you doing? Man, my coffee's so damn hot I can barely drink it. I even put an ice cube in it. I wanted to get down to business, get that caffeine fix going. Any idea what happened to raid season rewards? I haven't been paying attention to raid season rewards. Did they not happen like they were supposed to? Did we finish a raid season and nothing came about? Speaking of raids, let's jump in and do ours. 4 a.m. Oh man. Well, have some coffee with me, Walt Millsy. We'll get going. Looks, Casey Wymie, it looks like everybody else is getting their raid season rewards. I pay so little attention to this game. It's kind of weird. I just watch everybody else's content to know what's going on, and then when it comes to actually playing the games, it's just like clicking auto, chasing red dots, simming everything I possibly can just to save time. And then, in the rare chance that something fun and challenging happens, that's when I'm usually too damn busy to play it. I'm really hoping that everybody got upset over Logan for absolutely no reason. I'm hoping there is challenges to be found at every tier of spending, and I'll be happy with that. Like if I jump in at my level and I have a hard time clearing it with all the pacts and trials and scourges, whatever you want to call them, I will be very happy about that. I worry that's not really going to be what goes down. What's up, strategist? Oh, that could be something, Casey Wymie. If you switched alliances, you got to be careful. When you got to wait for those payouts before you switch. Otherwise, you won't get them. What's up, Marky Mark? Glad I saw you in chat. We will get to your defense in a little bit. I want to give some people some time to. I know that there's some content creators that want to take the envoy call that's happening right now. So I'm going to try and give them some time and drag my feet today. So we might not get started for another 45 minutes from now. What am I doing? Oh, I'm manually playing Bifrost. The teal orbs were divided by 10 to help alleviate the stress on the server. The rewards were increased per orb accordingly as well, though. Yeah, they tinkered with them. So the thing is if you open 10, like you open the new orb, which is like 10 times the amount, it's as if you opened the same rewards 10 times, if that makes sense, right? Like instead of opening 10 orbs and getting a variety of different stuff, you'll get 10 times the amount of just one of those. However, the next orb that you get could be 10 times the amount of a different one. And so it gives you a variety, but it's on the aggregate. So keep that in mind. It's a little bit different. So if you're opening small amounts, you could just like not get much variety. But if you're opening, 100 orbs worth, you should be able to get plenty. It should feel normal. I feel if you are an endgame player, the 5 yellow will be good enough. If you are in the not be gated section, level 100 G18 probably walks over it. I hope, Andy Valor. I just, a few of us in the program have especially been pressing for harder, more challenging content so that endgame players will have something to do. They seem to be focused on giving spenders value and separating spenders from... What the fuck, Vol? You have one job. It's to stay alive to revive your team. Fuck me, man. This is why I hate the Mystic section. West is Left resubscribing with Prime. You're fucking amazing, West is Left. Thank you for that. Yes, Marky Mark, I got the new pick put in there. I put the new picks in there of Jubilee in there. It'd be nice to get the same thing for orange, purple, and blue raid orbs. Yeah.
This is the future.
It's a priority thing, Ruvar. I think that they aren't so worried about it because if you need those orbs, you're probably opening them as they go. I'm not saying that they aren't, like, need it here. Let me see if I want to do this differently. Because this is kind of a waste on her. Yeah, we'll do it anyway. Screw it. We'll get rid of that Kestrel. Tuesday reset is the cutoff for still getting rewards on Sundays? I don't know how that works. But, I mean, as far as switching alliances go, I'm pretty sure there's a reason everybody stays in their alliance until Sunday evening. They want to make sure they get all those rewards. Okay, let's see if I can keep Vol alive this time. Try doing, oh, we're gonna taunt that time, so it's gonna be someplace different. Don't hit, it's Spider-Man BTS, here we go. Well, Vol didn't die this time, so I guess that's good. Stuck on that taunt still. I'd ask for them to remove star requirements on trials or to only have the 7 yellow gate in place. This would allow them to keep whales. Yeah, I want it to, if they got a Stargate, I think they should just do it with a 7 yellow. I don't know, we'll see. It could all be for nothing. I don't know. I mean, this is, we kind of beat this thing to death already.
Is the future.
And Scopely isn't budging on it no matter what. So it just depends on how they built it. And that's always something. It's always how is the trial going to feel when you play it? I have zero faith in test servers at all anymore. I just don't even bother with that. So I'm waiting for it to hit the live server. I'm not even gonna pay any attention to any content that comes out saying that the test server, it's this way or that way, because it'll be different when it gets into the game. What's up, Duelim? How come you're not on the call? I'm in the voice chat already, by the way. Anybody who wants to can go in there now. Well, not anybody, but, you know, people who understand microphone etiquette. Eliminating the frustration for missing one character at the wrong level, I think, is something that also needs to be addressed. That's the problem, Anti-Valor. That's exactly what they want. They want you to be 49 shards short on one character, so you will buy that $5 offer. That is exactly what they want. It was boring as you'd expect. Well, they don't leak anything to us after the call anymore. Like, that was the whole reason we took the call. Like, if you had a genuine complaint from the community and you actually thought they would listen to you and change something, you would take that call and communicate with them. And then when you realize that they don't give a shit about whatever you have to say, and they just string you along and pretend to listen to you, it was all about the leaked information that one of the devs would give you at the end that they weren't supposed to talk about, that wasn't part of the recorded call. Now they don't do that anymore. There's no reason to take the call. You can watch the recording of it.
Impolite slurping noises. Rude chomp chomp chomp.
Strategist, you've been around long enough, you know proper etiquette.
Yeah, I'm sitting here eating my shell beefaroni. And
Well,
if
yeah,
anybody
I don't
wants
mind
the
if-
recipe,
I don't mind
I'll
if
post it in
people
Runs General Discord.
eat while they talk in chat. ZKG does that all the time, and he brings a big old bag of Doritos every time he shows up. Where is ZKG been? I never see him streaming anymore.
He was on the other day. I think he's just busy with a couple of things now.
Everybody's busy, man. It's the numbers on Twitch are way down these days. Oh, strategist, you got a save squad list for OML?
Yes, I do. It's rough on paper, but it's there.
Copy. Let's take a look. Let's do this. I want to add this code in. Where the hell do I do to go to do that? I gotta go to
You
the
do
website.
it on the website.
That's right, the website.
I put it in my tower tab because there's no tower coming, so I just deleted everything I had in there for my kiln climb and
Good
popped it
idea.
in there.
So I go in here and I go to, what is it, save squads?
Save squads.
It's been so long since I've changed this. Import, I think.
Yep.
Manage. Import. Paste the code from chat. Click OK. There's my 5.
It's extremely straightforward.
Okay, and then we're gonna select all, copy all, and then we're gonna go to tower sounds great, and we will paste. You don't need to delete anything. Oh, never mind. I think you do need to delete everything.
Oh no, you have 2 teams that it'll auto sort for you anyway, and technically you have another full villain team there with your superior 6. Congrats on a backup team.
Sure, let's save. Yeah, sure, override them. Come on, I screwed this up. Import. There we go, and then we're gonna go manage, all, copy, go to tower, that's now blank, paste, and save. There we go. So are these in order too?
Ish. I mean, so first few nodes, no restrictions. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Node of time, cosmic bio, hero skill, villains, and then Cabal, Emma, Loki.
Okay.
I could throw in theory, every variation of a mix of the absolute mandatories, or you could just do it yourself. It's super basic, super simple, but it's there if people want it.
Thank you for asking the question, Duelam. I appreciate that. I didn't think I was gonna get much. At least they know about it, that's all. For those of you wondering, I had Duelam ask the devs a question about an issue and making sure it would be fixed soon. And they know about it and they're going to fix it, and it's not really that big of a deal. Well, it's actually a huge deal, but they're working on it in a timely fashion. So, and I don't know what. Since Duelam isn't saying anything about it in chat, it's probably an embargoed answer.
You will know when you will know. Jedi words of wisdom, but it's an absolute, so it's really a Sith.
All right, so offers, we're done here. Let's go. I want game characters, so in case I need to come back to that. Like that's ever stopped you before. Okay, let's go back to MSF here and click on these red dots. So, strategist, are you not making content for anything anywhere now?
I don't make content for anything anywhere.
You never have? I thought, I know.
Nah, I see. I am a simple nobody that just has opinions like everybody else on the planet.
I see. I thought you were making content someplace.
Hell no.
All right. Oh, by the way, don't collect your dailies. Sorry, I'm late on that one. Don't collect your dailies. We're going to be spending ISO 8 energy later today as well, so you might as well let that cap. I can spend the event energy, though. That's not going to matter. Nope. I want that. I want to auto. West has opinions. Where's my node? Where's my node? There it is. I don't understand why everybody's so up in arms about this open all orbs thing. I mean, they're not up in arms, but like everybody's like, you gotta make this work. We gotta get the open orbs thing. And I'm sitting over here like, I don't need any of these orbs that are stockpiling. What is it, teal? It's teal, isn't it? In the raid store. Right. I don't need to open these orbs. I don't care. And I open the red ones as they come, so it's not that big a deal.
let's run a scenario for a moment. Let's just use those Armory 14-15 that we got like 30,000 of a year or two back.
Okay.
Let's say they went and did the whole, hey, we're going to increase everything by times 10, and you're going to have 10% is the number showing, so you get 3,000 instead of 30,000.
Right.
But you're getting what you get like we do now with the teal orbs. Do we really think anyone's going to open those now that it's cut in 90% down? No, they're not.
Oh.
And what are you going to do? Push the button for open all and let it sit there for 2 hours and still open those 3,600 orbs?
Yeah, I'll just
Probably not.
like I did the other day on stream. I just run a script. Just run a script. It's the same thing as their open all orbs button was doing, and I can do that myself. And it's just as slow, and I don't have to worry about it crashing the game. It's almost like some people have 13,000 orbs and want that 13 million gold or something. Is there some?
Both.
Is there
Armory
is there
Armory
gold
16,
in them?
17, 8. Armory 16, 17, and 18 orbs have 1,000 gold per orb.
Where do I find those armory orbs?
The base orb page at the bottom, main store.
Armory 18s, I got 189. Armory 17s, I got 23, and Armory 16s, 46. So you get gold.
Add 3 zeros. Add 3 zeros, and that's how much gold you have per that orb set. So you're at half.
I see.
You're at half a mil for your 16s.
Okay, well, half a mil isn't enough gold to get me to click a finger, so they can piss right off with that. I don't need it. You guys, I don't know. We could probably do defense up right now if you want. I don't know. Honestly, if they just did the same thing for the teal raid orbs, I wouldn't care to have open all back. I'll wait till they change the contents or need something. Anti-Valor, they're never going to change the contents of any kind of orb that's accumulated at all anymore. That is such a huge debacle with hoarding and stuff. So if there's any kind of an orb that isn't brand new, like if they release an orb and then 3 weeks later they're like, we need to change that, they'll change it. But anything that could be stockpiled in the hundreds, not 100,000s, but just the hundreds, they're not going to touch it anymore. They will they'll put out a sequel, you know? It'll be like the Armory 16-2 orb or something. Or the Super Armory 16 orb or whatever. That's what they'll do. They don't change the contents of an orb that people could have hoarded anymore because so many people get sore about that. And rightly so. I don't think they should, actually. Did I go through and do my raids yet? I did all of them? Really? All of them? Okay. We're out of stuff to do. I guess we're going to have to go do some...
Have you done your milestone blitzing? Have you milestone and chilled for the 2 regulars?
Are we milestone blitzing? Oh, yeah, the two orb blitzes. Yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
hey, what
get
am
your
I supposed
milestones
to
and
use?
don't touch them for again.
What am I supposed to use against the MLF comp? What's the one that works against that?
That's a good question, because I've still just been throwing... hang on, let me go to my actual offense in Arena real quick, because I've been throwing the same team at everything, and it just kind of still works, and I don't complain.
Duelam, the raids just started, and so I spent my energy.
Yeah, I've still been throwing the SD3 APOC Black Knight at everything, and it still works. But, hi, I'm a person with, like, 2 Diamond Black Knight, so...
Oh, okay.
There's my transparency.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just avoid the MLF one, because I don't use the 3SD offense.
Yeah.
I use the Kang offense, or I use the
Superior 6 offense. In theory, as long as you don't bring in a bunch of Mystic against her, it's easier.
Yes, don't collect dailies. Don't collect your dailies. Don't listen to J33.
That's also something else I'd like to quickly put up a point on.
What's that?
We're so stressed about don't collect our dailies. We want to get that push. Have any of y'all collected them before and not finished a strike pass? I'm genuinely curious.
I've never. It doesn't matter. If I collect all my
Thank
dailies
you.
right now and start at 0 when the pass turns over, I still finish a day early. It's kind of ridiculous. All it is that if you want to jump on some of those goodies that are on the front end, right? You might need them for the upcoming Crucible or something like that. You need some whatever. You could do that, but that's all there is really to it. It's not a big deal. But, you know, if you're a casually engaged player, it might help you to get to the end or whatever you need.
So, Anti-Valor, I pose this to you. You're like, it allows me to miss a day. But then you lose your streak.
That's true.
And I would argue that's worse than not finishing a strike pass.
That is true, yeah. I'd pay 50 cores to get my streak back after taking a vacation or something. They should have that option to use cores to get your streak back. I know.
You know what? Make it 200 and cost 1 level of a strike pass. Done. And you get the streak icon and it gives you the thing.
I know so many people that have quit Marvel Strike Force because they missed a day and that popped up on the screen that they had to go through and do all that daily stuff, and they said, fuck no, I'm done. That's it. And it seems like that's an opportunity for Scopely to maybe profit a small amount, and people would totally love that. Holy crap! J33 might be steering you wrong on collecting your dailies, but he's making sure you don't have to watch commercials on my Twitch stream. Thank you, J33. You're freaking amazing. Be sure to throw a J up in chat if you caught one of those subs.
And if you caught one of those subs, there should be a thank you button right above your chat box. If you click that, hit enter, it'll thank you for it.
Oh, that's right. They got the thank you button there now, huh? Most of my gifted subs happen when I'm not even in somebody's chat for some reason. Maybe I am, and I just don't notice it because
that could be targeted,
lurking.
but I think it also pulls. I think it pulls from previous chat history, so it's not like you have to be immediately active there. It's just more likely to pull somebody that's immediately active.
Right. It's what
That's-
like
that's
I
my
was
guess.
there earlier, but I left, and it'll send because it'll go to everybody who's currently there first. Then it moves to people who were there that day or that stream session but are no longer. And then it moves on to anybody who's ever been or follows or whatever. Too many hats coming from Hydrus. Okay, I can work on that.
So real quick, Giga. Instead of using regular beef broth, I would suggest getting the beef broth with red wine in it and using that for it because it just adds so much extra oomph and flavor.
I was halfway tempted to just switch to the black non-voy hat. Just go from the white one to the black one. All right.
You're getting a rainbow of colors for them now.
I've got a bunch of different sevens and a bunch of different non-voy hats and shirts. Okay, let's go do defense up. Let's just do it because I don't have much else to do today. Yes, that's the one I want. There we are. All right. What does it say? Steven just subscribed, but it's not telling me that in my activities feed. Oh, those are the...
It's still feeding through.
It's feeding through, okay. All right, so this is Marky Mark's defense. Let me go check out what Marky Mark's stats are. He's in chat today. Let's see... 84 million. That's the war info. What league are you in, Marky Mark? Because we were gonna do Marky Mark's war defense first, and then he changed his mind. And I know you're 84 million TCP, but what league are you in? Oh, he's checking it out for us. All right, so in room one, we have a team that I'm not too excited about, which is the New Avengers. I think we may have to change that to something else. This is a detriment to your defense. Super easy to beat. Thankfully, he did throw in Nick Fury there, so it's not straight up New Warrior food, but still not great.
Yeah, it is some real Fury stunts he's got going on there. I appreciate that.
Diamond 1, all right. Let's see if we can't get Marky Mark up into Platinum. All right, and then we got Spider Society in 2. I like this placement. I'm okay with all that. And then we got just kind of some Darkhold trash in here. I don't know. I think that's a waste of room 3. We might have to do something about that. And then we've got an Undying Dormammu Black Knight comp in here. I feel like New Warriors could beat this even with Black Knight. Would it work?
Yes and no.
No, well, that's I guess for his level, that Black Knight is mediocre, right? It's mid for his level.
Your hand is in my way.
Sorry. It's a 5-star, 5 red Black Knight. So I think this is a New Warriors trap because you'd come into it thinking you could feed off those Gregs. But I think that Black Knight would still kill those new warriors. If you had a big new warriors, you could probably bring them in here. But that Black Knight's gonna do some work on them. So maybe that's a trap, I'm not sure. And then over here, we have room 5. We have a big Jubilee in here. I actually think... I kind of think that maybe we break this one up. We take Gambit and Rogue out of here, and we put in Sunspot and Cyclops. And I know that Marky Mark just built up Jubilee, but maybe we find a really small Bishop or a really small Phoenix, hopefully, and put her in place. I found that to be actually surprisingly good when you accidentally kill Bishop or Phoenix and that Forge starts taking turns and everybody's assisting. It's kind of crazy, and that'll give us a team to replace in one. And then we have the Secret Defenders with Quicksilver, which is not going to work too well. This might be, I don't know. I don't know this team. Chat, what do you guys think about this room 4? I don't know about room 4.
I've seen it trip people up. I've seen it be basically one-tapped. I would argue there's definitely too many strikers.
There's 0 people putting out vulnerables. So yes, there's 4 too many strikers.
But I don't mind it, because I'm running something semi-similar in 5, because I'm running Tangled Undying in 5. But I'm an asshole.
Yeah. This is gonna be a tough one today. This is gonna be a tough one, because I feel like we gotta do something. Okay. So okay, Jay wants us to do some things. Let's look over what Jay wants to try. Okay, so you want Black Knight in place of Quicksilver, right? In 6. I'm just gonna write these down for Jay's ideas here. We're having fun with Jay today. SD and BK in 6. That means Black Knight in room 6, Raiders in room 1. Yeah, but this team itself is gonna fold hard to a couple things, and I think it's a detriment, and that's why I'd like to get rid of it and instead do an what's the raid team with Rogue and Gambit? Unlimited.
Extreme is the raid team.
Extreme is the new one. Extreme is the new one. I mean the old one with
you mean
Rogue
the
and
old
Gambit.
Crucible team?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the old Crucible team. Excuse me, the old Crucible team.
All
You're right. Okay. So I like that, and that would we'd remove Rogue and Gambit off of this team and replace them with Spot and the old One-Eye Cyclops. And then I was really sad to see you build up this Jubilee so big, Marky Mark. I know you just today put a bunch of work into her, but I think we should take her out and put in something small like a Bishop or a Phoenix, whatever's going to be smaller.
Because then you get the actual pop-off.
Yeah. Because if Jubilee doesn't die, then the idea of putting Spot and Cyclops in here is pointless without somebody to die and make Forge take a couple turns. All right, so that's what I want to do in 1 is the Unlimited with Rogue and Gambit, and then in 2, I love this. This is fine. It gets a gold star. Everybody's running it. Forces your opponent to use something big. It's annoying as hell. Cleaning Agent coming in hot with a big raid. Thank you, Cleaning Agent. Appreciate that very much. We're just starting in on Marky Mark's defense. If you're a fan of Mark Wahlberg, then you arrived just in time. I don't know if you guys know, but Mark Wahlberg watches the stream and plays Marvel Strike Force, and he's asked us for our help in fixing up his defense, so we're going to do our best.
Friendly reminder, our best is always subject to change. It may not be the best. It may be mediocre. It may be subpar.
Well, and then everybody's different, right? You know, every roster is different, and it's always interesting. Everyone gets a Wahlberg today. That's right.
The Run 7 show is not responsible for any wins or losses. Some assembly may reply, shipping and handling costs extra.
I need to get that recorded, man. I actually use that as a channel point redemption. All right. So in 3, this is a waste of the aggroed room. I want something in the aggroed room. Oh, that's right. That's right. We're gonna take this room 5, the flashbang room, and we're gonna move that to 3. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. And then the room 3 that we do have would go to 5, and it would be the flashbang room. And what I'm wondering is, Marky Mark, how big is your Infinity Watch? What's the total power level of your Infinity Watch? Because if it's 1 million or better, I'm gonna say skip this team and put them in.
It wouldn't be the worst team to move to 5, but it wouldn't be the best team to move to 5.
Right, and in 5, this isn't so horrible, but this is a terrible waste of the aggroed room. 2.3 million? What the fuck are you putting Darkhold in for? Okay, so Infinity Watch is going into room 5 instead of the aggroed room. And if you want, you can put Quicksilver, because we're replacing Quicksilver on 6. If you want, you could put Quicksilver into the Infinity Watch in 5.
Instead of Moondragon.
Instead of Moondragon, you could, but you don't need to. I think the outcome is the same. So, Jay, you want Unlimited with Sunspot in room 3? Yes, Sunspot gives offense up to all X-Men on spawn, but what I was gonna do was Sunspot, Cyclops, Forge with like a small Bishop or Phoenix, whichever one's smaller. Probably the Bishop because he starts with the taunt.
Because then Forge pops off, gives everybody else speed, gives charges. They still have offense up.
There we go. There we go. And that'll go in 3. Same idea. And then what I do is I just have the Unlimited Apex Crucible team go in 1. Now the question is 4. What about 4? Bishop is smaller. Bishop's smaller, 230k. That sounds like a great size Bishop. That's perfect. They'll have a hard time not killing Bishop, and then it makes Forge start taking turns, and everybody has offense up, so they just rail somebody.
And if they don't kill him on the primary taunt, he's still extremely low, which will still give some benefits.
Right. Okay, so chat. Jay, are you saying I like 4? You like 4?
It's not the worst thing. On average, this will get Caballed. Everything in 4 tends to get Caballed.
But remember, we're removing Black Knight from this. We're removing Black Knight to put him with SD in 6.
For sure. Something somewhere is going to get Caballed. It's going to be this, or it's going to be room 6 with Black Knight. I feel that Omega Red's a little too slow here, even with the Undying combo.
Yeah.
I will ask, Mark, how big's your Zugs? If any.
Yeah, sorry, cleaning agent. That's the air conditioner. I don't know why.
Don't worry, mine's running too.
It didn't make my camera vibrate like 2 months ago, and just 2 months recently. I don't know, maybe I bumped it and it's not latched, like it's not sitting in the windowsill like it's supposed to. I don't know.
Does yours not have like screw holes for fastening?
So my camera's mounted to the wall, and
the AC.
And the AC is in the window, and it's this weird one. I was trying to buy this cool air conditioner that sits like if this is the window frame and the window's this way, right? It would sit on this and it would hang down below. And so you still have most of the window to look through. And I thought that's what I was buying, but it was reverse of that. So the window slides down in between the 2 sections of the air conditioner. It still hogs up the whole window. It's incredibly challenging to install and make it fit and seal up, and it's just terrible. It's the worst purchase I made in this whole studio. I'm supposed to have it replaced with some mini splits, but I'm waiting on some equipment to sell, so I have the money to get them.
In theory, just hear me out real quick to go on the tangent here. Why don't you, instead of having it in the bottom where it's taking up the entire bottom half of the window, put it in the top half of the window?
The top
Keep that
doesn't slide
window-
down. I thought about it.
Ah, damn.
And you know what? The space in between the pieces of the air conditioner aren't big enough to go up around the frame. It's a terrible design. I don't know. Like, I didn't understand what I was getting. I thought I was getting a different type, and I ordered it, and it showed up, and then I was like, this is the reverse of what I wanted. So, whatever. It keeps the room cool. It just shakes my camera now, and I don't know why. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Zugs is
had to
now
build a bracket for mine 'cause
312,000.
When you say now, that's slightly worrisome. Did you just put all that into him? I'm not saying that's a bad call. I love war. He good war. He smash hard.
Yeah.
But if you say now and I'm like, oh, you're poor gold supply.
Hey, that's a good idea, Kyron the Backstabber. I could just keep my balls in a cup of ice. That's fantastic.
You could do the Chef John Favreau thing and just cornstarch your balls.
No, I'll pass. Yeah, Watercraw, I live out in the cuts of Texas. No one's coming into my studio around here. Nobody breaks into a house around Texas. They're too afraid of the people inside. So,
He could do Undying 3 here, keep the dorm, or put in Tangled with if he's not using Tangled on offense, and be a bit of a troll. I prefer that in 5 because you add Flashbang, which is blinds, but we have something for 5.
okay, so if we're just going to replace 4, the Unstable Energy, we want a big team that alts a lot, or that would benefit from the alt happening faster. That'll steal the AC out of the window. They can have this air conditioner. It'd give me an excuse to buy something better. Just go ahead and get those mini splits installed. So... Oh man, I don't know what to do about this. I don't think this is good. If it was leaving Black Knight in here, I think this might have some value and trick some people at the diamond level. But we want to play at the platinum level.
You mean you want to play at the Masters level?
Well, yeah, we want to play at the Masters level, but we got to get through platinum first, right?
No, he's in diamond. That's above platinum.
Oh. Okay,
He's
so
gotta
we
get through
want to
the
play at
rest
the
of diamond.
Masters level. Yeah, this probably ain't going to fool anybody at diamond. I always think platinum's above diamond for some reason. Speed reduction is annoying, especially if Zuggs puts slow out early. So Jay, are you rooting for Zuggs in place of Black Knight here is what you're telling me?
It's not the best choice. It's not the worst choice. It's the villain room. The villain thing is going to happen.
Yeah.
But again, anything you throw in here, in theory, what's going to be the answer? Cabal. And if it's not going to be Cabal, it's going to be anything else on msfcounters.gg. Shameless plug.
Yeah. I mean, adding Zuggs to this team is the easiest thing to do. But what I want to know is if we can build a better team. Zuggs doesn't special turn 1 in this room. Good point, Bag.
Correct. He pulls off his arm and beats people with it.
Yeah.
Personally, this is where I have my Hero X-Men team that we were going to throw in 1 or 3.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if we want to do what we were going to put in 1 to replace this, which is the unlimited X-Men, I mean, we could put them in 5. Or in 4. They can go in 4 or 1. It's not going to matter.
Like, we're far enough into a season. There's pretty much an answer to damn near everything.
I kind of agree with DJ
What do you
Dog.
want to pull?
It's kind of like he puts Zuggs in here, and
For
okay.
sure. Because if they cabal room 6 with BK, end of discussion. Things have happened. If they Zuggs this room and then don't go to 6, or sorry, if they cabal this room and then have 6 to deal with, neat. That's now a semi-exhaustible problem. You've won on the timer, boss. But then they may break up Hive Mind and throw Void Knight into 6 with a bunch of bullshit. Like,
Okay, I'm kind of saying we could just go ahead and keep this. That leaves him so much for offense.
ooh. Hear me out. If we don't really touch 6, just as an example, with where the positioning would be, you could also just put Zuggs where Omega Red is. And just let them beat the crap out of that Tony.
Yeah, but you know what? There's another thing too. This is, we started off with Jay's plan here. If we deviate from Jay's plan here,
there's a lot of change to be done.
We could also do the here. In 6, we could also do the Dorm MLF version of this, which I think is becoming really boring, and a lot of people are still beating it with New Warriors, but we could.
Yeah, and then the Emma version is the same thing. Or the 4-piece Emma, or the 4-piece Dorm, or the 4-piece MILF.
And we could take this Black Knight, we could do Peggy, we could do Cap, and then we could also do the 2 Tangled members. Which is really powerful, right? But that needs to be in a different room, doesn't it? Duelam, are you still in here? What room does the out of time Tangled go into?
I believe that's 4.
I was thinking it was.
Emma's always worse random, but also it's Emma, and you have to respect her. She's the White Queen. That sounded super racist out of context.
So.
Yeah, Jay, that could be super annoying in 5 because that's what I have in 5.
What do you have in 5?
I have the Undying 3 and Tangled 2.
And you have that in 5? Okay.
Yes.
And then we could put Unlimited into 4. Hold on. My notes are so, my handwriting's such shit. And I have to write everything down now because I can't, we make so many changes these days, I can't even remember all the different things we're wanting to do.
Imagine for a moment if this was a modern age and you were sitting in front of something that had something akin to a typewriter in front of it, except anything you punched in there went ding, 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 and ended up on the screen in front of you that you're already looking at, with multiple monitors attached.
I think you need to copyright that and make something, dude. I think you're onto something there. You should get that out there, strategist. I think you got a great idea there. Okay.
No, trust me, I get writing stuff down. I'm a guy who prefers the tactile sensation of books.
I'm sorry, I grew up with a pen in my hand, not a mouse.
And you know what cursive is, and it's not rediscovered. Sorry, Alpha Gen Z, you don't rediscover things. They still exist between the time you aren't aware they exist.
Can it connect to the interweb? Yeah, oh wow, we're really taking it to the next level, Rorks. Okay,
You'll need a box from a terrible person that you have to pay money to every month. And it does 2 things. It connects you, and then it offers this wireless version of itself that's somewhat unreliable because it's a hybrid device, otherwise known as baby first bullshit.
Watercraw, I am so like Boomer in so many different ways. It's weird when we talk about our lives. We'll chat and it's just uncanny how similar we are. Okay, so we put Unlimited in 4. That means we would run the Spot Cyclops Bishop Phoenix. Spot Cyclops means we run this, which is going to be the Extreme. Extreme with Bishop. Extreme Bishop in 1. We're keeping Spider Society in 2, and we'll put Infinity Watch in 3. So it would go, in 1, we would change this to Extreme with Bishop. This stays the same. This would be Infinity Watch. This would get changed to the Unlimited team. We would put the Black Knight Peggy Cap Tangled into 5, and then in 6, we would change this to the Dorm MLF version of SD. Or we could go with what Jay said, and it would be Unlimited in 1, keep Spider Society in 2, Infinity Watch in 3. Then we would add Zuggs to this. In 3, we would have the Extreme with Bishop. Then we would add Zuggs to this. Infinity
Black
Watch
Knight.
would go in 5, and then 6 would be the SD with Black Knight.
Yeah, that sounds solid to me overall.
Jay really likes that. These are two very different ways to go. With Photon, obviously. So it'd be, yeah, Black Knight and the 4 SD, not Quicksilver. So we'd be taking Tangled off of offense, adding Quicksilver to offense. We would also be throwing Dormammu into the wild with Jay's plans, so they could use them on offense, not to mention Omega Red or Undying. Like this whole team other than Black Knight gets tossed out there. This all gets tossed out there, so that's not being used anymore. And then of course this goes like we'd be moving a lot of stuff around. Mark, what do you think about this? Which way do you like to go better? Do you like Jay's way of doing the SD Black Knight? Or do you like the Dorm MLF Secret Defenders with the Black Knight Out of Time Tangled in 5? I'm hearing great things about the Out of Time Tangled in 5. But the thing is that would require you to have the Dormammu MLF Secret Defenders, and that's boring in my opinion. Not necessarily bad, just boring. APOC New Warriors beats Black Knight Secret Defenders. But
So does Superior 6 APOC, because it's APOC.
yeah, it's APOC. That's the whole point.
With a
probably,
4
right?
other good Crucible team.
Yeah, and then the thing is he's got Spider Society in 2, so if he comes up against somebody who does not have both Sus and APOC available for offense, that's tough. Because from what I understand, the only thing you're using against this is a raid team with either Sus or APOC to beat it. That's all I know of, is raid teams with a Sus or APOC in them to beat the Spider Society in 2. Black Knight in 6 wouldn't be bad. I like that. You like the Black Knight in 6, huh?
Here's the upside, Mark. Let's say you try what we say, like Black Knight in 6 with SD4, and you don't like it. You can go back to Run's VOD and find out everything else we said in every other room.
I may, you know what? I may just to include both of these. The last time we did a defense up video, I didn't make the 8-minute mark. I was kind of pissed off. It's like, son of a bitch. But I might do both of these. You know, by the way, Mark, you can come on voice with us. I don't know if you know that or not, but if you just come to my server and jump into the voice lobby, we'll drag you in here with me and Strategist, and you can talk to us about this. Why is Spider Society so big and Black Knight only 5 red? Spider Society isn't much bigger than I mean, this is really close to free to play. It looks like maybe he spent on Peter B. Parker.
Probably a little bit on Pav. Probably bought the unlock on Pav.
You know, I think I'm real close to getting that 5th star on Pav, I think. There he is.
What's up, man?
You don't sound like Mark Wahlberg.
Not at all. All right, so Run, you gotta walk me through this because we're doing a lot of changes, man.
Right. Well, that's why I recorded into one concise video that's hopefully 8.5 minutes long. But so, like, as we like, you think this is tough for you, man? I got to remember.
This
all
is
this
the rough
shit.
draft, is what this is.
Yeah, I got to remember all this shit and then make it sound real good and classy and clean, like I thought it up all myself or something. So yeah, basically in 1, we're either gonna go extreme with Bishop or a straight up unlimited team. And then in 2, we love the Spider Society no matter what. This is great placement. Let's see, Striker, Raider, and Striker. And there, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You could make Peter B. Parker a healer, actually.
Yeah.
The amount of healing that he does when that team gets hit is pretty bonkers. But then again, I don't know.
Could be a striker. This is the nice thing with the raid teams on average. There's probably 2 ISO per person. Not that you should build 2 ISO per person, chat, but that's what Scopely's kind of wanting us to do if you keep looking at how things are moving.
Yeah, I'm running out of the ISO crystals and the blue 5 ions so fast
Yeah,
because I'm
'cause
having to
they're not
put
offering Blue 5 Ion in a lot of things anymore.
yeah, and I'm having to put double ISOs on a lot of characters lately.
Yep.
Then Juicy will come into chat and be like, why don't you have Raider on them? Like, here we go again. Okay, so and then in room 3, I hate Darkhold this season. I think Darkhold's a total waste, and with your 2.3 million Infinity Watch or whatever you said it was, that's a way better replacement than this team. So
did you want full Infinity Watch? Because with Quicksilver, it's 2.4 mil.
I'd throw in Quicksilver first.
yeah, you can do
Okay.
Quicksilver. It's kind of anybody's choice, really. I don't think it makes a big difference, but it might startle your opponent and make them do something. If you put in the vanilla thing, they're gonna use the vanilla counter. If you put in Quicksilver, it might at least make them think about something else. So I guess it's
If I
probably
saw a
worth it.
straight iWatch in 3, that was 2.3 mil. Mind you, I am a large TCP account. I've been playing for 5 near 6 years. There's my preface. I have a big War Dogs. And you know what War Dogs get on spawn? Offense up.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what Quicksilver kind of throws a wrench in the moment he hits yellow? War Dogs.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. I never thought about that. Okay, let me rewrite this. So we had on this other one. This is Jay's idea here. Limited. And then we have SS, and then we have so in
Or
3.
alternatively, keep Quicksilver on offense, because that man will strip charges. He has his uses.
So we're gonna do extreme with Bishop in 3 if we go with Jay's idea and move that Black Knight around. Be extreme with Bishop. And you said your Bishop was like 230k?
Yeah.
Something like that? Okay. And then in 4 would be the Infinity Watch. And then in 5 would be the Secret Defenders 4 with Black Knight. Jay, are you still happy with that?
So does the Undying team go in 6?
No, we're gonna get rid of Undying on both versions of this. It
Okay.
looks like. Well, no. I think there's any way we keep the Undying. I don't see Undying working
Mm-hmm.
without Black Knight being there. Because without Black Knight going in there, you can take some different things that will feed off of those Gregs and annihilate the team. Like, you could throw in a Hive Mind in here, which would just gobble that up. You could throw... You like Undying with Sus, Juicy? I don't know. Marky, how do you feel about throwing Sus or Apocalypse onto defense? Do you need both of those for your offense? Like, how's your offense going? Are you finding you have all the tools? Do you have stuff left over after a match?
Yeah, I'm full clearing every round. Usually one-shotting everything. It's just I'm losing to turns
Efficiency.
or health or, just the small stuff. But offensively, I'm not having an issue. It's my defense. I feel like I have too much on offense.
Okay. So then maybe replacing Black Knight with Sus on this would be an option. Because then Sus is going to go super fast and blow people up that try to come in there and feed off of Greg. So all the Greg feeding things are going to get kind of deleted by a Sus in there. that actually might be even better than the Infinity Watch in here. Wait, what am I missing? I'm missing something.
I want to say it was 86 or
I missed-
68.
I missed a line. Infinity Watch would go in 5, right? Yeah.
5 or 3 is what we've had as tentative for Infinity Watch. I will be right back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this roster, I'm
This roster, you've got multiple accounts. You devil,
Yeah,
you. Oh my God,
I
glutton for punishment.
over someone's account because they quit. So this account, I'm 78 mil.
Oh, this account's only 78 mil? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so one more time. Man, I'm throwing pages on the floor here like crazy. And cleaning agent, you're going to have to watch me vibrate. It's too damn hot in here. I'm turning the AC back on. Yeah, so, okay, so here's, Juicy, this is what we're thinking. We're thinking about drastic changes on this. Curious what you think about this. We're thinking about going unlimited in 1. We're thinking about keeping the Spider Society in 2. Then we'll do the Extreme with Bishop in 3. And then here we're gonna replace Black Knight with Sus. We'll put Infinity Watch in 5, and then we're going to put the Secret Defenders 4-piece with the Black Knight into room 6. Juicy, do you see a major problem with that? If you do, we're gonna blame it on Jay, because Jay started us down this path. Speaking of paths, what's up, Pathfinder Gaming?
Pretty solid to me. I just jumped in, but
I don't care if you use a vibrator, just wanted to make sure you knew what was happening. Thanks, cleaning agent. Oh, let's keep it clean. Okay, and then the other choice, the other way we were gonna go, which was quite a bit different. Oh, what's Juicy got for me here? Juicy's got this for me. Oh my goodness, look at all those emotes. So he's doing the extreme. No, he's doing unlimited with Forge and Cyclops in 1. Okay. And then he's got Bifrost in 2 because I bet he's going to have the Spider Society someplace else. He's got a great big Black Order, the aggroed one. That's fun if you have the luxury of doing that. Then Unstable Energy running that Sus Undying. Okay, so that's the Sus Undying there. That's interesting. And then he's got this one. Let me
I have a small Black Order though.
Yeah, we're not gonna be doing what Juicy does. You don't have the roster to support all this. He's just showing us some ideas. In 5, Superior 6 with Black Knight. Oh goodness me. Look at the violence of this defense. Oh, the violence. Okay.
could he put Quicksilver with Unlimited in 1 then?
I mean, he could, but we're thinking putting Quicksilver with Infinity Watch.
Okay.
Wherever we put, if we put Infinity Watch in there, we're thinking about putting Quicksilver in there. Yeah, but he built a little wider than you, Juicy. He's 70, I mean, you're 78 million? Juicy? That's weird. How big is your Thanos, Marky Mark?
I know he's not huge, but he's not that small. What is?
It's an average Thanos.
Maybe he's smaller than I thought. Oh yeah, he's small, only 160k.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
No.
Okay, so oops, that's not it. Lucy had this for the Undying, which is Dorm Zug's Undying. And you had Dorm Omega Red Black Knight. That's in 4. That's in 4. Okay. And
Yeah.
thank you for the follow, T-Level. I don't know how to pronounce all them letters. Okay. So our choices today, folks. Marky Mark, did you like the Dorm MLF Secret Defenders or the Secret Defenders 4 plus Black Knight in 6? Which was the one you wanted?
Preferably whatever one works better.
Right?
That would work for me.
Well, let's go over both options and see what chat thinks about these. Okay, chat.
Yep.
This is what we've whittled it down to. These two different choices, which are two completely different defenses. In one, it would either be Unlimited or Extreme with Bishop. In 2, it's always going to be Spider Society, excuse me. In 3, it's either going to be the Extreme Bishop or the Infinity Watch with Quicksilver. And then in 4, it's going to be Undying with Zuggs, and then Dormammu, and we're replacing Black Knight with Sus, making it a pretty powerful defense. Or we would go with the Unlimited team, which would be a pretty vanilla defense. You know what? I'm starting to look at this. The only thing I really like about this other idea is in Room 5, we would have this Black Knight, Black Knight, Peggy, Captain, and Tangled. So the Out of Time 3 with the Tangled 2. And that's a really good one. But then we're stuck with this vanilla Room 5, which is Dorm MLF Secret Defenders, where we could have the Secret Defenders 4 plus Black Knight. I'm calling an audible, and I'm going with, we're going to go with Jay's defense that we started out with and then completely hybridized. So it's going to be Unlimited in 1, Spider Society in 2, Extreme...
I've left Room 6 up to chat for the next 2 minutes.
Extreme Bishop in 3. Then it's going to be Undying with Zuggs. We're replacing Black Knight with Sus. And we're going to keep Dorm in there. So we're replacing Omega Red with Zuggs. We're replacing Black Knight with Sus. And then in 5, it's going to be Infinity Watch with Quicksilver. And then in 6, Secret Defenders 4-piece with Black Knight. He shouldn't condense his Secret Defenders and Black Knight. Chica! Come on, Juicy, I just figured out a good one.
The answer is going to be less talk, more vote.
And then, I just feel like...
And then put Turtle in chat. That way Run gets participation for people being in chat.
No one's rioting about anything this week, Norm. In fact, everybody's quiet. Nothing's happening in Marvel Strike Force, and everybody's headed over to Marvel Rivals to watch that game until they blow it out of the water like they did with the other Marvel games that have come out. You can come and be in voice, Rayvon. I just don't... I feel like the Dormammu MLF Secret Defenders defense is really kind of lame, and the only thing that we would have going for us with this other lineup is that in Room 5, it'd be the 3 at a time with 2 Tangled, and that's a really good one. But otherwise, it's kind of... You'd have the Extreme in 1, and Unlimited in 4, and Infinity Watch, and I'm not excited. Marvel Rivals till it dies in beta. Yeah. It's boring to watch pretty quick. I kind of think so. I don't know, but that could be said about any game, Norm. Like, I can go into a streamer playing just about anything and be entertained or be bored to death. Y'all like the Dorm MLFSD defense?
They almost 50-50'd it. They almost 50-50'd it. I'm proud of you, chat. You got close.
Wow.
If you would have made a perfect 50-50, Run would have probably lost the shit. Also, we need to drag Rayvarn in.
Okay. There you go, Rayvarn. You no longer have to be in chat. Now you can be in voice.
Excellent.
I heard Run loves watching chess. I actually do like watching chess. That's no joke. I find chess very entertaining. That's why I like Marvel Strike Force, because when there's lots of strategy, I really enjoy watching the best players of Marvel Strike Force go head-to-head. Like, when we have those big tournaments, man, they're so entertaining to watch, just people coming up with great moves. They're not going to release Marvel Rivals till 2025? Wow.
Oh, it's an alpha right now. They're still working through it.
In theory, it should be closed alpha, open alpha, closed beta, open beta. Pre-launch final tests.
I'm not disrespecting chess, Norm. I think that there are aspects of Marvel Strike Force that mimic that of chess. You learn what the pieces do, you learn how to use them well in an overarching strategy to the game. And that's what you do with Marvel Strike Force. It's just there's almost 300 pieces, there's several different game modes, and there's multiple rooms. So it's 3D chess on a broken game board. It costs you a lot of money every time you want to play it. Sorry. Okay. All right. Chat calls this one. They want to go with the more vanilla, easier to understand defense, but it's tried and true stuff. So, all right. So it's going to be Extreme Bishop in 1, getting rid of this. I don't like this at all. I think this is an absolute liability to the defense no matter what has to go. I do like that Nick Fury is in here summoning the minions early on, but that can also be detrimental. And then number 2 is SS. Number 3, we're going to go with Infinity Watch Quicksilver in place of Moondragon. Then in 4 is going to be the Unlimited members. That's going to be Rogue and Gambit because we're not putting Gambit with Extreme Bishop. And then in 5 is going to be the 3 out of time with the 2 Tangled. And this is going to be a big choke point for many people. And then finally in 6, we go with Dorm MLF with a 3-piece Secret Defenders. Is Juicy, I like your defenses. Is there any way we can maybe substitute some of your ideas into his? His Thanos isn't big enough. We're doing somewhat of an Extreme Bishop over here.
Do I really have to build up my Thanos? I'll do it if I have to.
I wouldn't.
No?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, we see how this works, and then we come back to it. I mean, we have another option that doesn't involve Thanos besides, so that could work as well. And then, of course, he's got this Superior 6 Black Knight, which is another option that we could swap that out, right? Instead of Peg, Cap, and Tangled, you go the Superior 6 with Black Knight, which is vicious, but that removes a lot from your offense then. Yeah. I mean, it'll give you Tangled back to your offense, but Tangled is no Superior 6. Would you feel comfortable going with a Superior 6 Black Knight?
I mean, let me see how big my Superior 6 actually is.
Do I like Tangled Out of Time? I've seen a lot of people lose to Tangled Out of Time, Norm. I do like Tangled Out of Time, but I think Tangled Out of Time is nearly as good as the Superior 6 Black Knight. I think they're all pretty much equivalent.
We should totally change that name and just shorten it to Out of Tangled.
Out of Tangled? Okay.
That's a joke. Don't, please, just call it whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care. Excuse my language.
Tangled Out of Time, I guess. I don't know.
My Superior 6 with Black Knight's only 2.5 mil.
Wait, hang on. So Norm called it Tangled Out of Time. If we shorten that like we do other teams, that's just toot.
Toot. Okay, we'll stick with the Black Knight Peg, Cap, Tangled in 5 then. That'll allow you to use your Superior 6 wherever you feel it'll still work, with it being a little bit smaller. I mean, not... I hate to even call it smaller. It's just Juicy's got more stars on his Black Knight. I think that's probably where the difference is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Juicy has more on everything. No offense, Mark.
I'm trying to see... No, that doesn't work either. But I can't make an Undying team work because we use Dorm in 6. And if we don't use Dorm in 6, then we need to have Black Knight in 6. And if we don't have Black Knight in 6, then we can't do it. Okay, so it all falls apart. So I can't use the Undying team with this. I mean, it's a solid defense. It's just not that exciting of a defense. I think the SD4 with Black Knight and like your Undying sus Black Knight thing going on would be really interesting in 4 as well.
So right now in 4 I have unlimited, right?
In 4 you have the Undying with Black Knight and Omega Red, and we would either change that to like Zuggs and Sus in there instead of Black Knight and Omega Red, or we would change it to the Unlimited team, and we would basically be getting rid of Undying and moving Dormammu into 6 and Black Knight into 5. So
Yeah. Build tall.
What's up, Ceci? Okay. I kind of want to like talk to chat, like talk to the viewers about it when I make the video and say we kind of had like 2 options for the last 3 rooms, but we also did that in the last video because I couldn't make up my mind. I want it all, guys. I don't like to build a tall roster. I like to build a big, wide roster because I want to do everything. I want them to add 6 more rooms so I can put everything in every room, and I want 2 of everything so I can do it.
So you
That's not
want
how it
1v1 war is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, 1v1 war, basically. No. All right.
To which then I would just run my war defenses.
Okay. I mean, we are so drastically changing everything you have here. Like, we're wiping this team out. We're wiping this team out. We're going to wipe this team out. This is going to get split into 2 teams.
Blitz is a
And
dog
then
shit game
we're
mode. It
basically
needs
going to
be deleted
keep
from the
this.
game.
Make a 3v3 mode with 12 rooms. That could be interesting.
How do you decide the 3 in a
You
24-man
promised
alliance?
I
though?
could
That's
get
the
better
problem.
drops. You said you were going to give me better drops.
Okay. All right. I mean, chat voted. They like the Dorm MLF SD in 6 and go with that one. I kind of like Jay's idea just because it's a little bit different. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through it twice is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to give the viewers 2 options for their rosters. And then, and that way, Marky Mark, you can decide which way you want to go. If one sucks, you can go back to the video and look it over and see if the other way works better for you. And if that's the case, I would hope that you would get back to me and let me know, because I'm kind of curious what's going to do what. I can't mix and match these 2 ideas, because as soon as you pull one person from 4, 5, or 6, it causes the others to collapse.
My unlimited's only 1.9. Is that too small?
Because you stopped building them probably at like G17, right?
I think that's probably gonna be okay.
I mean, it's
Because-
basically Gambit and Rogue is that team.
Yeah, and we're gonna, and that's what it needs to be, the Unlimited team, which will go into room 4. It'll go into room 4, and it's gonna be Gambit and Rogue's gonna taunt right off the bat, and then Gambit's gonna be doing damage, and the other people are just kind of there for what their passives and their abilities do as helping out Gambit and Rogue.
Yeah.
Everybody's losing their mind over other ideas to do with CC.
Are you surprised we brought up the topic? Sorry, hang on. We forgot to do something really important here, chat. We need Ultimate 32 back. Okay, there. We've covered all the CC topics.
Wait, so on this one, we've got Infinity Watch with Quicksilver in 3. Isn't that kind of a waste? Could we put Extreme Bishop in 3 with Unlimited in 4 and throw the Infinity Watch Quicksilver in 1 as more of a filler?
You could.
I mean, wouldn't
Congratulations, you've now made options C and D on top of A and B.
hard to make up your mind sometimes, you know? I actually kind of like that idea better. I think Extreme Bishop in 4. I'm sorry, Extreme Bishop in 3 with the Infinity Watch Quicksilver in 1, because Infinity Watch Quicksilver works the same way wherever you go, kind of.
Correct.
So I think we're going to
ISOs
get
don't
more
matter on that team,
value
you know
in the
why?
aggroed room with the Extreme Bishop. And that's the whole point of Extreme Bishop, is that Bishop dies. And then Forge takes a turn. I don't know why okay, that was a whole mistake. We have to switch those. Okay. I'm not gonna write yet another. Now my pen doesn't work. I have to write.
Oh, well.
Somebody needs to clip and ship this moment, like the full 60-second moment, because Run's learning.
Okay.
You're welcome, Run.
Midnight. This is why we have beforehand back and forth. This is why I call other people to help me catch all these mistakes. And but I think we got through it. I think it's gonna be Infinity Watch with Quicksilver in 1, SS2, Extreme Bishop in 3, Unlimited in 4, Toot in 5, and Dorm MLF SD in 6. Toot, give me a break. You people are insane.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Have you met this community? Do you not remember Kangbang being an option?
Gangbang is a. Honestly, I felt a little dirty every time I said that term, and now I'm so like used to saying it. It's not a big deal.
I don't
normalized
know
it.
how I made it to diamond with the defense I had.
Good on
That
offense. Be efficient, and don't forget, 99% of the player base is all stuffed down below you. So
Yeah,
And don't care.
yeah,
because we changed so much. Like,
well, okay, so this is a horrible defense that's a liability, but this is a fantastic defense, and you probably had something in there different recently, but it was the same thing everybody else was probably running. And then in 3, like, this isn't like a terrible team, it's just like your third best option. This is pretty good here. This is really good here, especially because if you're, well, that wouldn't have made a difference there if Jubilee was smaller, but it's still a decent team. And then in 6, this just has a flaw in it. But honestly, everybody's doing the same to this as they are to the defense I'm going to recommend you put in. So,
Correct, because there's an entire website that exists that gets regularly updated with every counter for CC.
are we counting how many times he's going to plug that, guys?
We're on 4.
We're
That's
on
the 4th
4.
time. I'm just saying, the whole, like, there's a lot of conversation that goes on where it's like, we're going to revolutionize this defense. It's going to be amazing. And I'm all for it. I'm here for it. But at the same time, my reality check is, no matter what we say, it's probably going to end up on that site anyway.
Right, yeah. How many entries does the site have so far for this season?
It is sitting at 305 verified.
Okay. I look at the spreadsheet, Papa Woody.
And
It's-
that's just Crucible. That doesn't account the fact that it apparently also has Arena, War, and a bunch of other tabs that I haven't noticed before.
Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of things missing from it, and I've always wanted to add more, but I've been too busy and I'm selfish. So I go there, I glance at it to remind myself what works in a room, what doesn't. And in the rare case, I will click a link and go watch a video to something new to see how it works. Who runs the spreadsheet? The MSFers do. It's a community spreadsheet. I think, is that Baka's thing? Who runs that?
The main
What?
person that does it
What?
and it pays for the actual DNS for the server is Squatch, if I recall correctly.
Squatch Thula. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, a
Squatch-
few
is that
people.
Squatch Thulu? I'm pretty sure it's just Squatch, though. Everyone
Squatch,
calls
okay.
him Squatch.
Squatch. All right, I'm
But,
gonna put
like,
my blazer on. I'm gonna
everybody-
jump out. I'm gonna try not to screw this up too much. I'm gonna stick with one lineup. But I
Wait,
may,
Ron.
I don't know, I may get greedy. What?
should I bring Unlimited up to Gear Tier 18?
No,
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 Leave them?
no. It's
Okay.
Rogan
we,
Gambit.
we
are
have
the
a
ones
bunch
you
of
want, that's
mutants
it.
currently on our immediate horizon in the Old Man Logan team.
Mhm.
Save your mutant gear.
Yep. Rogan Gambit are the only ones you should have up, and if you don't have them up, that's even a question of whether you want to do that. I would wait until after Old Man Logan releases and see where the playing field lies. I'm hoping that something in here will completely remove Unlimited from Crucible, and it'll just be where do I put Gambit and sometimes flex Rogue.
Okay.
Only useful mutant are the 3-piece Extreme for DD7.
I would
7
even debate
seasons of
that because
Crucible.
Global's got a bunch of options.
Yeah. I'm curious if people are bringing Spider Society into DD7 now.
Yes.
They are,
Yes.
and are they having fun with it? I need to watch LVP. He always covers
one of
Dark
my
Dimension.
alliance mates took 3 Spider Society, and then I want to say it was Robbie Vulture,
Mm-hmm.
and one-shot all 3 city nodes.
That checks. All right, let me grab my blazer. Okay, let's
It's not
turn-
really a debate, Ceci. It's just there's a lot of options, and it's whatever you feel like doing. And
turn
if
up.
you think that raid team is worth G19, by all means. I just don't think so.
All right, you guys are welcome to hang out on The Voice for as long as you want. I will come back after making this recording. And, yeah. And YouTube, if you're watching this, we'll be right back. All right, and we came back just that fast, YouTube. It's just that quick and easy here in Marvel Strike Force Land, where we make videos and we help people with their rosters, and we bitch about Scopely, and we play this sad, sad mobile game that we're all addicted to. Tangled in time is tit. I don't know if YouTube caught that or not. We were discussing Out of Time and Tangled and coming up with a name for Tangled Out of Time was Toot, and now we're coming up with Tit and all the stuff. Whatever.
Seems about right for this community.
Yeah, that's about on par with what we got, right? Okay, here is the 2SD. I can beat this with what I got. I like looking for teams that don't make me go to my save squads to change it. Like, I don't always have to hit the right button. I'll go middle. Sometimes I'll even go left if I'm really lazy, just because I don't want to go to save squads and think about it. I'm just like, how many SD members does it have? 2 or less? Okay, let's go. Upcoming event doesn't look too great. Endgame players only get possibly 20 penny shards? What event are you talking
That's
about, Cool Star?
It's not
I
the
believe
main
they-
penny event, though.
No,
We have the main penny event going on right now.
Yeah, isn't it a month-long penny event? Or
No.
I believe they mean the Red Tooth event that's coming for. Old Man Logan.
Red and Tooth and Claw?
That one.
Yeah.
I believe that's the one. I will double check what the events are right now.
So
But you do get orbs.
I care so little about events. I have no idea who the monthly event is right now. Nor do I care. I don't even need to know.
There's no-
Why? Because Updog tells me that I need to spend ISO 8 energy tonight. Because Boylon tells me how many blitz rotations I need to do. And my alliance tells me when I'm falling short of raid attacks or war attacks, and so Juicy, pings me on Discord, and I just go in and do what I need to do. And that's it. And I just keep pushing the same buttons over and over in Marvel Strike Force Land, and it's all good.
It's true.
So it
Boylon's
doesn't
on
matter
holidays,
because I'm doing whatever I can do to get the most out of whatever event is running. Let's see if I can't make this happen. I don't know if it's gonna work. We might make it. Yep, there we go. We're through it. Piece of cake. Yeah, like people are like they're talking about the contents of these orbs, this whole 10x orb thing replacing open all button and everything. And they're like, well, if you open orbs in this rate or this many or that many or whatever, and I'm like, I don't even know where to find the orbs you guys are talking about, because I don't care. If ever I'm in my DD6 planner and it says I need something, like I'll go to that character, I'll go here and I'll click find. And I'm like, oh, it's in that orb. Okay, do I have any? No, I'm not gonna 10x that thing, because I know that's in the raid store. I want that for my GGC, right? That's it.
I think they're talking about the changes to the teal raid orbs.
Right,
Which
right.
are
I was just
good
using it as an
changes.
example. Like, and I don't need anything teal anyways. Like, I've got so many extra. Like, I just have tons of teal gear that's left over. Like, I don't even. Do I even have? How far down in my roster do I have to go to get to 17? Oh, there we go. A cloak, and I don't need cloak at any. Oh, Magneto's at 17. You know. Must be talking about the Alliance event.
Oh, that's just spend ISO and get your daily claims. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We usually end like right at 16 anyway.
And was somebody saying something about this Alliance donation that you could like we want to donate this afternoon, not right now? Was there a benefit to that? Maybe I think it was Rage Gaming was saying.
It might be the web event. Please hold.
Oh, maybe he was talking about the ISO 8 spending. Yeah,
I
it's
believe
ISO 8
that's what he
spending goes to
meant.
2 different events if you wait until tonight.
Oh.
Because
Because
there's
Adamantium Power Web Milestone says use power cores to advance through event milestones, and it will give you further points towards the Red and Tooth and Claw. And monthly.
That's like tomorrow.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad though. For
That's today.
it's like a 6-day event. or
Oh
something
no, it
like
is
that.
tomorrow. Sweet. That means I don't have to do anything today.
Coordinated Catastrophe. Spend ISO 8 campaign energy for glorious
Yeah.
rewards,
Yeah.
and then. Where's the other? Is there an? I thought there was one running right now that spend ISO 8 energy.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, it's the web event?
Yep.
What? I want tiles in game that say what's happening on the web. That's fine if I still have to go to the. I get it. They want to drive traffic to the web. But I don't like having to go to the web to see what's happening, because like if I really do care and am interested in what I'm supposed to be doing today, I can go to the events tab and look, it's written right there so anybody can see what they need to be doing today, right? Well, I wouldn't know about the web one because that's a whole look. I mean, I have to click a button here and go over here. And man, that's a lot of work. That was like 3 clicks of a mouse to get here. That's a lot of work, man. I don't want to do that kind of work to find out what the milestones are. And then I gotta read besides. Those are Alliance credits. It doesn't say anything about ISO spending.
Well, what they're probably
'cause it's the
referring to is
14th
getting
of
the
the line.
fragments from ISO for the penny orb openings.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
that, and save it for after the new event kicks in, so you can throw whatever at it.
See,
I mean, I've been
all of this is too confusing for me. Just tell me how many blitz rotations, what energy to spend and when, and just put me on a regular schedule for CC and war and whatever else my alliance wants me to do, right? They're all discussing like, we want to push for 100 in raids on these 3 days. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to push for 100 every single day because that's easy for me to remember. I'm not going to push on a Monday, but not Tuesday. No, I'm just going to push for 100 every single day. And for me, I can get to the boss node every single day. So there's no reason for me not
You
to.
have 4 people each side in each raid. How are you just not natively getting it?
I don't
You don't even
know.
need to do energy management.
And you know what? Honestly, I think in our alliance, I really do feel like they're like, okay, let's push for 80% today or whatever. I don't even know what percentages we're pushing for because I don't care. So they're like, all right, we're going to push for 80% today. And then we end up getting 90 just because. I'm like, okay, so why don't we just push for 100 every day? Like, it doesn't seem like we're that far. Is there somebody in my alliance who's spending a fuck ton of cores to get what everybody else is just naturally getting? If so, okay, I'm sorry, we'll slow down. But I don't hear anybody crying about it. I don't see any bitching in the Discord about people like, oh, I got to heal my team every time, or I'm waiting for this to become far. I don't hear any of that. So I'm like, let's just do 100 every day. But
I'm with you, Ron.
and you know what? If they don't like, I specifically said in Discord, in my alliance Discord, I said I'm going to push for 100 every single day, and I'm not going to complain if we fall short, because that's easiest for me, and I don't think I'm holding anybody back by doing that. And so if somebody falls short, I'm not going to be in there like, how dare you make me lose out on my raid rewards, which I have no idea what we get for raid rewards anymore because I just don't pay attention to it. I just want to have fun playing the game, and this game requires spreadsheets and videos and recaps and your friends telling you on voice on stream what the hell things do, because it's just too much. It's just too much.
What's up, Ron?
I go
Hey,
to
man, how you doing?
Nemesis for everything.
You go to Nemesis for it?
Yeah, everything. He's my go-to.
Is he in your alliance?
Yeah, I joined his alliance after payout last week.
Yeah. So he's
I
the
love it.
guy. He's the guy. We always say there's a guy in your alliance.
Yeah,
Justy's my guy in my alliance who always tells me, hey, we need war attacks, go attack, or hey, raid timer's about to run out or something. I'm actually pretty good about getting my attacks in for the most part, but I notice he's the one pinging me.
yeah. So I'll go like Nemesis on war days. He hops in my stream and he just walks me through every single war attack. He knows like every single button to press and who goes when. And I'm like, okay,
Oh God! See, that's we need a war guy in our alliance. We need a guy who's like, okay, everyone, we're all going to switch our defenses over to this prescribed list, and I want you to have this prescribed offense, and then have like the counters that offense goes into, and then I can just check that like every week and be like, sweet. Right now, I'm just like, okay. I know if I put the out of time 4 minus Black Knight against the new Avengers, I can hit auto. And those are the matches I look for, like those super easy ones, because I just want to get my 10 attacks in, because I'm not really enjoying war right now, you know? I probably would enjoy war if I had somebody who was really excited about it, like Nemesis does for you and walks you through move by move. But like, I don't have anybody like that. Oh, I don't have you guys. I'll share my screen.
You had a shot.
We need a war captain. You're absolutely correct, Ron.
Yeah,
that's the only thing we're.
But I'm not gonna put a lot of effort into, like, if somebody says you're doing sloppy war attacks, I'm gonna be like, fuck you. We're not a war alliance, okay? That was in the disclaimer when I signed on. We're not a war alliance. We just do 10 attacks, right? If they want me to get good at war, then they're gonna have to take the time to train me, and I'm not gonna be putting effort into that relationship, okay?
I'm right there with you, bud.
Wait, hang on. So I just had the best idea for you guys. Assuming you stay in Council of Doom until next April, you have to, on April 1st, get everybody else in the Alliance to tell Doolum you guys are now a war alliance and see what his roster reaction immediately is.
Oh, that'd be funny. Like, if Doolum's not around right now and isn't listening to the stream, which he may be in chat lurking, but if he's not,
if he is, then spoiled surprise, whatever.
We'll just start a group chat with 22 other people from the Alliance, leaving him out, and make him think we're gonna be a war-centric alliance, but not really. Just watch him freak out.
Like, picture if all of you just G16'd your infestation, like, one after another.
He's not in chat.
Like, just drop that kind of a hit.
He's not in chat, so let's do the next April Fools. We're gonna trick Doolum into thinking the Alliance is going for war.
That will be the day Doolum gets MVP.
Everybody else still doing sloppy attacks. Doolum's in there just sweating it out, getting all nerdy.
So Ron, in your stream Spring's Break, I'm actually in his alliance as well, and he's the one who walks me through those war attacks too.
Oh yeah,
so
you got two people training you, man. You're better at war than I am. I need you to come in and help us when we do defense up for war attacks. The thing is, I'm seriously considering no longer doing defense up for war, because when it comes to war, like, if you really want to be competitive in war, your entire alliance needs to be on the same page. It's all It's all about that macro war. Everybody's got the same offenses and the same defenses. If people are walking you through attacks, you're not being trained.
Not necessarily same defenses.
Yeah, you want to switch it up. Like, you want to make a defense to where you have to require Underworld, P-Force, and so for all of these attacks. But if they aren't ready for that, then they won't full clear you.
Yeah.
And then you switch it up next week, because there's probably discords of people showing screenshots and shit, so you gotta mix it up.
Yeah, I'd rather make a monthly or bi-monthly video and work with somebody who's more knowledgeable than myself, of course, like Pathfinder. I can recruit Pathfinder for this.
You can make top 10 war defense teams videos.
Just like, hey, for the next 2 weeks, this is what some competitive alliances might be running, right? Like, not everybody's gonna run this, and people are gonna change it. Like, some people change it every single war. But you just have that list of 10 rooms that this is a great defense, and here's why, and you explain why. 3 of these rooms kind of need this one counter, and it really limits what your opponents can do. And so, you'd make that video of, here's the top 10 defenses to be placed for this month, and here's the top 10 offenses that would go with it, or whatever.
Correction. These are the top 10 teams for this specific war season.
For this specific war season, yeah. But I mean,
they're like war rules.
But war-savvy alliances are changing up their wars all the time. Or their defenses.
Speaking from a higher end of, like, Ceci, Pathfinder, myself, on average, it's not even someone giving you, like, every single walkthrough. That can be a thing, and it has been done in voice, and it's helpful. But knowing it and having video replays and getting through that and understanding tend to be the better way to teach somebody.
Yeah.
Because then they're more valuable to your alliance. So, for example, let's say I'm gonna say Bendy. Let's say Bendy's our war captain and Bendy's out for a second.
Good luck.
Yeah, good fucking luck. You get the point. The idea is that we don't necessarily need Bendy. What Bendy does is says, use these on XYZ, make your life simple. 'Cause there's your sheet, done. But what you can do is look at that sheet and go pull up the video and watch your references and go watch the replays. If I'm like, hey, I just did that attack, it's in Flight Deck 2. Heaven forbid you attack Flight Deck 2 first, because you usually want to drill down a side, but point made.
Yeah.
So you can go and do your own self-improvement. But if you're also the kind of person who wants to be walked through things, usually that offer is also there.
And
So my big thing, that's why I go to Nemesis for everything, because we're in a top 50 war alliance. Like, it's really
Hey,
competitive.
you guys are up there.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't want to screw up my alliance because I'm bringing in a counter I thought worked in this room, but in fact it has 0 effect because, let's say, it's in reactor or whatever.
right, like a
Yeah.
war dog counter or something, or
Something like
you
that,
know,
right?
some,
I just
you
wanna
need
make a-
Fury to do the special, and it's not going to happen. So yeah.
Just some silly mistake. So Nemesis comes in and goes, "Hey, dude, you got this mix and match team. Bring in these guys plus these guys to counter it." I'm like, I would have never guessed that because I press buttons and I spend money on the game.
Right.
I enjoy playing it, you know.
How
Duelam
about that
used
about
to.
Nemesis? That he doesn't leave anybody astray, and he won't lie to you. He won't lie to you
Yeah.
and say, "Yeah, that's gonna work." It just walk
Yep.
you.
And he's
walk you
in
right off
your
the cliff.
alliance. I mean, it benefits him to help you, not just put out a video that's going to get clicks, right?
No, but that goes for anyone. Nemesis is always willing to help anybody that comes in
Yep.
because
Right.
he's that kind of guy.
So
Yeah,
my
Same
thing is
thing with
like,
CC.
Doolin will come in here and he'll walk me through Crucible matches, and I'm really glad he does that. Like, I learn a lot, especially when I've never done a composition before, and he walks me through it the first time. Then I'm watching replays of my stream and replays of my Crucible attacks, and I'm trying to learn that for myself so that the next time I can do it without his help. Doolin loves to go click by click with me because he thinks I'm so stupid I'll never be able to get it right myself. And I end up just going, oh, fuck it, I'll just let him walk me through it. And I sit there and read chat, and he is basically playing my Crucible for me. And I don't learn anything because I'm not paying attention, I'm reading chat. And that happens to me a lot, so I totally understand that aspect. I do try to learn the Crucible attacks now.
So you
Some
learn more.
alliances are playing a
hands-on
different game at this
visual.
point. They are at such a higher level and are so much more efficient, it's ridiculous.
Facts.
I mean, I don't have the time to be in one of those alliances, but that does
It's actually,
interest me.
it's far less stressful. It's far less stressful.
Wars on the top end to come down to 2 or 3 attacks now.
Right. Isn't it
One
crazy?
person crashes and you lose. One person crashes, you lose.
And I think that's really interesting. I think that's like watching masters play chess at the park. You're just watching these highly organized alliances that have perfectly set defenses, and if the person doesn't know exactly what they're doing, they probably got somebody coaching them through step by step each attack to make sure everything is perfectly efficient for the win. And I think that level of devotion to the sport of war in Marvel Strike Force is really cool.
Well,
Speaking
you know,
of-
the best
Speaking
part
of
about
Nemesis, by the way, go give him a follow. He's in chat. I've done a shout out for him.
There
He's
we
an
go.
awesome
Thank
guy.
you.
Yeah, and the
I'll
nice
drop
thing about
him a
Nemesis
follow.
too is he'll actually tell me, he'll be like, dude, save this counter even though it works really well. Use this team instead and save that team.
Mm-hmm.
So like that way I don't just burn up a team I could
You
have used.
save
somewhere
the
else.
other team for an easier comp or a lower TCP that you may find later.
Right.
Did you see
absolutely.
that? My Beta Ray Bill was trying really hard to get clipped up. He was trying really hard not to make it through this fight. He dies every time, man. You also need someone who is willing to call those wars and 23 other people who are also focused on the same thing. It's exhausting. It is exhausting, Pathfinder. That's why I know I don't want to be a part of that. But I appreciate it, and I would love to watch one of those matches. If somebody would like make a video showing like a high-speed video showing the whole matchup and how intricate it is and all the effort that goes into one of those really high-end wars, I think that's super interesting.
Yeah.
That would be a 24-hour strategy stream.
Oh, it'd be a huge video. I mean, it would take a lot of production just to make that video, and I don't think you'd get enough clicks for anybody to make one. That's why nobody's making it.
You've seen,
But I think it'd be interesting to
Mutiny,
watch.
right?
What's
You
that?
saw the Mutiny Wars. You saw the Mutiny Wars when Mobile Gamer was in Mutiny.
Yes.
Everybody on the strike teams. You were in strike team 1, you went down the left side. Strike team 2, go down the middle. Strike team 3, go down the right side.
Yep.
And they make it a race to reach the bottom.
Yep.
Make it fun.
That was interesting. Back when you needed to full clear first, remember?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love those when those guys would wake up at 4 in the fucking morning, and it would be down to 3-second difference. That was exciting stuff to watch. But again, I'm not ready to put that level into this video game, right? I'm not ready to do that. That was exciting to watch, though.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved seeing those kind of things.
Oh, okay.
Kicks me out and back in.
Ron, are you picking up your kids today?
The wife is home, but I don't have anything left to do in Marvel Strike Force, so I think I'm gonna pass it off to somebody else, and they can carry the torch. Hopefully, we can get some more people streaming Marvel Strike Force lately. It's kind of weird that this last week nothing bad happened, and it was just such low engagement. And the previous
Hey, you better knock
week,
on wood.
the previous week was the whole Old Man Logan thing that everybody flipped out over, me included. I take the blame for that as well. I was pissed off about it. I threw my little fit in the Envoy server and whatnot. But it's just kind of weird that happened last week. People stayed for all the violent bitching about it. But then we get to this week when everything's working fine and we get the good news about the raid store changes, and there's like nobody saying anything or doing anything.
It's because they took your attention away from that with a great blog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with politics. Oh, this is happening in the world. Here, let's show you this. But I don't want to get into that.
All right, the only Marvel Strike Force streamer I've got is Reminix, so that's where you guys are headed off to. I rated him just recently, but he's the only one doing MSF. So there we go. I'm using a new feature here, so I don't have to look stuff up. And it says, oh, that's weird. It all does things differently. Okay.
It's so much faster this way.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you could just do /raid and Reminex and it'll send it away.
Right, but I didn't know who was streaming, so I hit this button in my Twitch
Oh,
dashboard
yeah.
thing that says raid, and it brings up a list of everybody I'm following. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
All right, I just sent everybody over to Reminex, and I'm going to close out. YouTube, thanks for joining us, and you guys in voice. I had a great time. Marky Mark, thank you for sending me your picks. That was a fun one, going back and forth on all those different ideas. Hey man, if one of those doesn't work for you, or they both don't work for you, please let me know. I'm curious what's going to do and what. So,
Absolutely.
all right, take care, everybody. I'll catch you later. Bye.